Good evening, Geek Nation, and welcome to another episode of That Geek Show, where we speak all things geek. What's going on, everybody? Thank you for joining us on another epic Friday night. We always look forward to these chats. And joining me, or I should say joining us, if you guys can see over that way or this way, whichever way it looks on your screen, is the one, the only, the Medina-Lorian.
What's up, guys? How you doing? Got Seth introing the show today. It's because I'm not sounding my normal self, so I didn't feel right doing it. So I figured like Seth will take over for today. That's what's up. You're doing a good job, bro.
For anybody that watched the Lego Lounge last night, George is recovering from a little PND, post-nasal drip. So, so he's a little under the weather, but we're gonna hang in there. And across to me is my man, the most mutant of mutants. Is my man, the one, the only, no more mutants, Ralph. What's up, Ralph?
What's up, guys? What's going on? Thanks for having me on. Shalom and mazel tov to everybody. We got a hot show for you tonight.
Yeah. And he's back, folks. He is back. My buddy. He's not my brother from another mother, but he is my brother. It's Calvin, the statue fanatic.
What's up, guys? How's it going? It's good to be back. Good to be back. I think I'm recovering from what George has.
Oh, yeah?
Hopefully it's
post-nasal drip, yeah.
A little PND, a little post-nasal drip. All right. And then joining us is our special guest for this evening. He is an artist with Marvel. His name is Anthony Francisco. Anthony, thank you for joining us so much.
Thank you for having me. This is awesome. Thanks again.
We're super excited to get to talk to you and pick your brain all things Marvel. So I can't wait to see what kind of answers and questions we can ask and responses that maybe we don't get because we asked something too incriminating. So, but other than that, guys, also don't forget we will be announcing the winners of the 30K stream. We'll probably do that at some point in the middle of the episode just so everybody can come in, and everybody's here. And then also at the end, I will make the announcement about the 35,000 subscriber giveaway and the two epic prizes we've got lined up for you guys on that one. So with that being said, we got about 59 people watching right now. We got about 21 thumbs up. So guys, make sure as you're coming in, you smash that thumbs up button. And then also don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And let's see what we got going on in the chat. So we got Nate Wolf. We got Jason. Hey, George, you should put the theme music for Seth, maybe Darth Vader or something you like. We got Slum Alpha, we got WTF, it's Juan, we got Philip A, we got Jedi Master Northwest, we got my man Primetime Reviews, we got our man Christian Collect and Conquer, we got Len, we got Alan in the chat. Alan! We got Juan is saying no sign of Caddy yet. Nope, no sign of Caddy. We got Alex the Figure Collector. We got G-Force. Frankie's in the chat. What's up, Frankie? We got the Raging Mando. We got Thornton Applebottom. We got our man Lego Calrissian. We got Brandon E. We got Elijah P. We got Board Cube 1 of 2. We got Grinchville 1. I like that, Grinchville. Let's see. We got Mr. 22. We got G. Lopez. We got Jedi Shizzle. We got McButter Golem. We got Jeremy Shoots. We got my man Figure Kong. Let's see. We got Sawyer Stash. We got Right Guy 75. We got Arch in the chat. We got my man Thor 2941. We got Amber. We got the greatest name in YouTube alive, King Dingling. Let's see. We got Scott Berry. How's it going? We got Darth Kenobi. Ooh, I like that name. That's a good one. We got Nika Collects. We got more developments. He's saying, "Where's Outlaw Pete?" We got Fog Wander. We got Corey McCoy. We got Emperor Zerg. And we're all caught up. So how is everybody's week going so far?
Got a new member.
Oh, Rogue Empire.
Rogue Empire. Welcome to the Knights group.
Got John Poole. We got Damn Dirty 8 joining us. Junior's in the chat. What up, Junior?
What's
Junior's
up,
like,
JR? Oh, man.
Junior's like, Junior's like,
where's JR?
Junior's like, where's Caddy at? So, Jason, Jonathan Laird is in. What's going on? So yeah, guys, we're doing good. It's been a pretty fun week for me. I gotta be honest with you guys about something. So, if you guys haven't seen already, Mike actually dropped a video today, and it was more of like a studio, like tour update. So Mike actually finally has a house. So we're excited about that. So no more Airbnbs. But he's got this room now that he's doing as a studio, and it kind of almost inspired me to kind of want to change things up a little bit.
Yes.
So I'm actually taking the other side of the room that you guys don't see, and I'm rearranging that area so where there's going to be more detofs, there's going to be some statues, and there's going to be a desk, and this won't be the backdrop anymore. So there'll be a new backdrop within like the next couple of weeks. So we're working on that. But
we're gonna get a camera A and camera B.
Yeah, Mike inspired me, man. Mike inspired me. I don't know what else to say about that. So
that's
Mike,
awesome.
What do we got? We got picked. John Poole is saying we picked up some Batman and Superman New 52, and Dick Grayson and Superman Unchained. Nice. So what's going on with you, Jorge?
Not much, man. The same old. Just trying to get over this and then move on to getting more videos up. I totally missed the arrival of the Iron Studios Mandalorian today, so I'm a little bummed about that. But really happy to get into this conversation with Anthony over here after I saw a lot of his work, the stuff he's shown from the MCU movies like WandaVision and Black Panther. Thor Ragnarok, which is one of my favorite Thor movies. I mean, so
Guardians
a lot
of
of
the
cool stuff
Galaxy.
Yeah,
so I'm really hyped to get to that. Black Panther, that's it. That's where Kevin.
When I saw all of his work from there, I was just like, oh my god, this is pretty awesome. I feel like I was meeting Kevin himself.
So let's go ahead and dive into that a little bit. So Anthony, for those of the people in the chat that aren't familiar with your work or who you are, please go ahead and tell us about yourself.
Okay. Well, I'm Anthony Francisco, and I'm a senior visual development artist at Marvel Studios. So what it is, if people know about the visual development team, we design the heroes and villains of the MCU. Sometimes we even design them before the director's even there or the script is made, Wow. Yeah, so we're lucky where we work in a place where the comic books are already there for our source material. And since we're really great fans, we always design it based on, what we liked about it when we were kids. So that's why I think we're able to put out stuff that people like a lot, So and even an example with the Dora Milaje, I got to design and approve that before there was even a full script or before the costume designer was even hired. So
wow,
I get lucky in that. Yeah, that right there, the Dora Milaje.
So that was your vision right there, right?
Yes, it's so. Not much people know about it because we're always in the background. We don't really do much interviews because we're always so scared we might say something wrong when when someone asks us a question. But little by little, I'm a bit braver. It's like here
with the Dora Milaje, when you were talking about her, when you guys do this, like, where do you draw some of the inspiration? How do you come up with this idea, that look? Where do you get the?
Well. When I design characters, I like to mix a lot of different themes, I guess. But with this one specifically, when I was growing up, or when I even started my career, one of the books that I loved looking at was this big ceremonial book on African traditions, right? So that has always been a book I've used when I design stuff for games or other movies, but it's always being rejected, always, because I don't know, maybe back then maybe I wasn't as good enough trying to mix the cultures together properly, but also when I was really young in the Philippines, I used to love playing with these like African dolls and stuff, because my grandma used to collect a lot of these things, beadwork, patchwork. And then we got the Ifugao tribes in the Philippines who have a lot of nice beading tribal stuff, but stuff like that really interests me a lot. But when I was doing this, I also researched all around the world. I was thinking, what kind of, what is the through line between African origins? Supposedly, in science, they say most of the civilization started from Africa. So thinking of it that way, how does it spread out into the world? So Native American designs, looking at, Japanese warrior designs, looking at Southeast Asian stuff, looking at Chinese stuff, and seeing what the through line is between that. But then I wanted this particular design to feel like something really iconic. And what's the most popular warrior that people know about is the samurai and the ninja, right? That's the thing when I was growing up, samurai, ninja, samurai. So I wanted this this warrior to kind of fill that shoes too. So I used the samurai armor setup. You know how it's almost like a t-shirt kind of design.
Right.
And so I use that. So they're built like that, and then I put on the African bead work on top of that, and so it's like a mixture of 80% tribal Africa and like 10% Native American, 5% Filipino, 5% samurai, something like that. So structurally,
Wow.
yeah.
That's
So you
pretty
mix
cool.
it all together, and then you try to find good balance between that, and still emulating how it's modernized, it's futuristic, but still feeling very earthy and cultured.
So someone in the chat asked a really good question. So do you solely just work on the movies, or have you done stuff for any of the Marvel video games?
Just for the movies. I've
Okay.
been working at Marvel for this is my 9th year now.
Wow.
Yeah, so everything. So cinematic universe, I help design the heroes and villains, and mainly I was hired on for Guardians of the Galaxy 1 first.
Oh wow.
That's how you got started.
Yeah, that's where I started.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
So designing like Baby Groot was one of my first main characters, but we didn't know how big it was gonna be back then. I think it slipped through the cracks from the higher, Ryan Myers is the head of visual development there, and then you got Charlie Wen at that time. But they were so busy with because sometimes there's like 3 projects at the same time, and we're on all 3 sometimes, or they're sometimes on 5,
Wow.
So this slipped through the cracks. It came to me, and I'm like, oh man, this is awesome. And I usually do. Go ahead, sorry.
How does it feel to make a character like this that is that blew up basically? I mean, prior to Grogu on Star Wars, this was the character that everybody had to have.
Yeah.
My kids
Yeah.
loved it. I had like 2 baby Groots in the house. The Pat one. I had the one that Sideshow had. We had baby Groot everywhere. So,
So cool. Man, if you want me to sign any of those,
oh, I'll send you one. That's
Well,
cool.
It feels really good because the Baby Groot, especially in Guardians of the Galaxy 2, because it's based off my son.
Mhm.
So that body type's exactly my son at 3 years old. So I just copied that and put it on here. So it has even a more special place in my heart. But the first Baby Groot on the pot, I think we never expected it to blow up like that. I didn't, I just wish I was ready for it and did the tours, comic book, expo tours and stuff like that. But I didn't. I was just like, just didn't realize how much I could have interacted with people more. The
Yeah,
fans.
he's become iconic to the point that once the Jackson 5 song hit,
Yeah.
and everybody remembers that outro video with Drax looking at him and just staring at him.
Yeah.
He is dancing, and then like you said, you modeled him after your son. I think you even showed me a picture of when teenage Groot was playing this video game.
Yeah,
And you
Yeah.
have a picture of your son playing video games too, just in the same position, and you're like, yeah, this is the way it's gonna be. And that worked beautifully. It's amazing what you picked up.
Yeah. I try to design with emotion mostly, but the Groot baby, the first one in the pot is, you could say, the genius of James Gunn, when it was his idea to make. What I know, the story is, he came up with the idea of having a baby Groot, and then it was told to me, and I did the design for baby Groot. So
Wow.
it's almost like he's the father. I'm the visual father, baby. Then the moniker came in. I was like, I gotta keep that, so I keep on saying that now. Just
That's cool.
That is awesome.
I was like reading some stuff before I knew you were coming on, and I heard you talking in one of the videos I think you did about Thor, and how not Thor, Loki, and how I guess that you came up with the complete concept of what the new Loki would look like in terms of translating him from the comic to the screen.
Yeah, I was fortunate that Taika Waititi, he wanted like a brand new look for Loki, because previous to that, in Loki 1 and 2, it was Charlie Wen who designed him, and he's a good friend, he's an amazing designer, and I'm like, oh no, it looks awesome already. I don't know how I could improve it. But when Taika decided like a clean slate like this guy, clean slate, and I could do like whatever I want, as long as it looked like more of the rugged, Norse god, right? That's how it started first. And I think it was too much of like it was way off from how we know Loki, so we kind of brought him back to feeling more as Guardian, but not. It has to feel like he's still part of Grandmaster's entourage, right? Because that's the thing, he's trying to get into that his group. So when I was designing this guy, I thought, because he's one of my favorite characters, and since he went through so much with his story arc, he lost his mom, he lost his dad, right? His sister's after him, and I ended up designing the costume more asymmetrical, and with these diagonal lines, just so it feels like he's off balance because he's like struggling inside. He's learning.
So there's another good question that showed up in the chat, Anthony, from Nika Collects. Did you help create anything on the Avengers campus in Disneyland?
I haven't been there, so I don't know.
I was waiting for him to be like, oh well, I can neither deny or confirm those allegations.
Right.
This is a better answer.
So you're talking about Loki and Thor. So Angela has come over from the Image universe into the Marvel universe. Will you think she will ever make an appearance in the MCU?
Angela, I don't think I know that name.
Angela was a creation of Todd McFarlane and somebody else back when he created Spawn.
Yeah.
But he lost the licensing of that, and Marvel picked up the license. And in the comic book world, as Calvin knows, they made her an actual sibling of Thor and Loki. She came from another dimension. That was a story. She came from another dimension that was hidden. We didn't know about it. So we're wondering if she'll ever show up in the MCU.
Right, especially since her first appearance in MCU in the Marvel comics was with the Guardians of the Galaxy. I think it was.
Yes.
Oh, I think I know who you're talking about.
She's got red hair and she's got like a very cool sash and a big sword. I'll send you a picture.
Okay, yeah, let me know because I'm not sure, but I think I have an idea who it is.
Or if you don't do that, I'd love to you can make an art thing for me personally to send to me of Angela.
I might do that. Watch my Instagram if I have time tomorrow. Quick sketch.
So Anthony, one of our good friends that are in the chat, King Dingaling, he says, he goes, Anthony, I am of Filipino heritage too, so it's great to see a fellow countryman achieve their dreams at Marvel. So
thank you, brother.
Yeah. But yeah, that's awesome, man. That artwork I love that picture.
Yeah, we'll have to talk about that, Angela.
This picture, this is the story. So Andy Park headed the visual development team for this particular project. But what's nice with our team is once it's like because we're all friends, I've known for a really long time. Actually, Andy has been around for a while too in the comic book industry. But when I met him, it was when he was still going art center. So that's how far relationship we have. Even with Ryan Minerding, he was a student in my class before. I used to teach creature design class with another friend, Kevin Chen. Cool. So the reason I'm saying this is because when we do our art together, it's not really micromanaged. Like you're trusted to do the art, right? And coming to this piece, he was telling me that they were looking at a bunch of Hulks, right? And Kevin was looking at the Hulk and was going, "How come the other Hulk's not here?" This is the best compliment I ever got. How come the other Hulk's not here? And it's like, what do you mean? Which Hulk? It's not here. Well, this one. And he takes out his phone.
What?
And it's his phone. And it's like this Hulk. It's like, oh man, that just felt so good.
That's awesome, dude. And that's to me, like we were talking earlier. It's just amazing that you have the ability to put a fingerprint of your style and who you think these characters should be for us. And it's like you're just putting it on a movie, like, hey, I worked on whatever other film. You're on the MCU, which is a global phenomenon right now that literally has become pop culture. That kids to adults know who the Hulk is. Kids to adults know who Kevin Feige is. I mean, it's unbelievable. And you're putting your fingerprint to say, this is what this character should look like Baby Groot. That's amazing to me.
Thank you, man. Sometimes you can't tell when I'm working in everything's like this, right?
Tunnel
but when
vision,
I talk to you guys, it just feels like, oh man, that feels. I know why I'm doing this.
Have you had the opportunity or the experience of meeting any of the actors?
I don't usually get to meet the actors except for a few when they're walking down, in the hallways. I met Paul Rudd once in the.
Oh, that must have been awesome.
Yeah.
He just seems like such a cool dude, man.
He's really cool. We were at the premiere for I forgot, was it Avengers or Infinity War or something? I forgot which one, but we were walking the red carpet because then when I saw him, I was like trying to take a picture with him, and he was talking to someone else, and I'm glad that he even still took a picture with me. That's how cool he is.
That's awesome.
And usually in the hallways at work itself, it would be like Kevin Feige. We would see each other. He's also a really cool guy. He'd say hi. He knows your name. That kind of stuff.
And
cool.
that Hulk right there. We talked earlier. That's the hot toy behind you, right?
Yes, that is.
That's Gladiator Hulk.
The final person that actually designed it, because I also worked on it, but the final person that ended up getting the final design is Ryan Meinerding. He finished it up. So a lot of the other design elements here are his design elements, and mine is just the shoulder armor, which I exaggerate. I didn't think it's so huge. I was like, will they let this go through because it might hit his head, all that stuff. But I thought Incredible Hulk just wants to have something big on his shoulder just to show off,
Yeah.
And it fit with that movie. It fit really well with that movie, especially that it pulled so much from Jack Kirby's inspiration, and Jack was very blockish and squarish. So it came out awesome. I mean, your fingerprint is there. That's great.
It's definitely an inspiration. All of that's from Jack Kirby. I had like all Jack Kirby stuff that I was looking at for reference. But then I usually tell myself, okay, here's all Jack Kirby stuff. What if I was to do something like I work under him, and then if I could design something that's like his but not like his, but has the same feeling. Usually that's how I like to design with the same kind of feeling.
Looking at your collection behind you, is that your whole collection that you have right there, or is that just like a part of it?
This is a part of it. I have a little bit more here, like a Doctor Strange and a couple of Iron Mans. I try to get the ones that I like, that I worked on, Right. So, like this Loki here was the green version. Of
I have him. He's sitting right there behind Stan Lee. Yeah.
And awesome. Oh man, and this helmet is one of my favorites I designed. It's just they let me get away with the top open like that. I just pitched it in like 3 images, and I had this in there, and they said they liked it. Taika actually, he really liked the idea, and he
That's awesome.
It.
He seems like a fun guy to work with. Did you meet him in person?
Yes. Oh yeah. Mostly directors, you get to meet them more in person. That's what's easier. And he would come in the studio or in our little office, and he would, because he has to talk to Andy, and then he'd come back out. And on his way out, sometimes I would just say, "Hey, look at this," and he goes, "Oh, let me look at it. Wow, that's amazing, man!" Just the way he would talk.
He seems like that.
One time I think because his office was right beside, the wall between us. He could kind of hear us when we're laughing, and I think. Oh man, I don't know exactly how the story was. I think Andy was emailed and said, "Shut the fuck up, guys," or something like that. Something like that. And he goes, "Just kidding." He goes in there.
So we got 2 questions that are really good in the chat. Another one is from Nika Collects. Now, this one's going to be tough for you to answer, so you can say what you want to this. They want to know what projects you're currently working on right now.
Right now, there's some stuff I can't say, but what I can say is I'm working on I'm trying to think. How can I say this? One time I was on 3 projects at the same time, and it was awesome, and I did really well. Very lucky. I can't wait for you guys to see it. I was on Black Panther 2, Black Panther 2, Captain Marvel 2, and Ant-Man 3.
Wow!
Okay.
All right, so
nice.
And then G-Force Racing, he says he wants to know what is the character that you want to get the character you most want to get a chance to design.
Oh man, there's so many that I already had a chance to design, but there's some big ones coming that I can't. I wish I could just say. I got so lucky.
Mephisto.
Yeah. Another one of our good buddies, Raging Mando, wants to know, hey Anthony, how's the Wolverine design coming along?
Oh man, I wish. That's one of my favorite. I don't know if people know, but I've been drawing Wolverine like ever since I was in the Philippines. Because we relate with each other. I'm 5'3", he's 5'3". He's ferocious. I was ferocious. I'm not anymore.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Do you get do you get to keep any of like the like for instance, do they send you any of like the maquettes or action figures or something as
props,
part of payment, or like, do you get to keep? I don't know how they would get that. Like, I would think as an artist they would hook you up with the toy that you designed. You're like, oh, be cool.
Yes, they do sometimes with the pop head.
The Funko Pops.
Funko Pop toys. Yeah, we get that, or little Lego toys for Captain Marvel. One, I got a couple of these Lego toys, and there's a set of pins that look amazing. I wish I took it out. Maybe I could have showed you guys.
Were there fig pins?
Yes, like a pin. I don't know if it even is out there. I think it's just for us,
Maybe a production pin that they gave you.
Like jackets too, or hats. Like they would give us hats that are really cool.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
Another good buddy of ours that's in the chat, Archangel, is saying, "Hey, Anthony, blink twice if X-Men will join soon."
Hey, we have Fox, right? We just got acquired.
Yeah.
You put that together.
Must be exciting.
I don't have to say anything.
Yeah.
Thank you.
King Benny is saying, "Hey, King Benny is saying we need a Gladiator Seth."
I didn't hear.
So, what is it? Let's see what else we got going on. Our friend Thor is saying he should design Namor. So again, I don't know if that's something he can confirm or deny.
For like maybe some people that are watching, or even younger people that have dreams and aspirations and things. Man, how did you get hooked up with Marvel? How did that even come about? That's a big deal. What you do.
Oh, thank you. It's sometimes it feels so crazy how I've always loved Marvel ever since I was like 5 years old. Hulk was one of the things I would love to draw, or it's almost like when you stick to what you really love, right? And eventually it's like the industry caught up to what I love to do.
Wow.
That's
one way to look at it. That's awesome.
Yeah, so one way to look at it that way, but another way is longevity. I've been doing concept art for like 20 years now.
Wow.
It's been a while, from like Bubble Boy to
Bubble Boy. I love Bubble Boy.
That's like my first one. If you have the DVD, check out the special features. I have sketches in there.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna check that out. I love Bubble Boy. That's cool. One of my favorite movies. $500.
Evolution. You remember Evolution?
Yeah, I remember that movie. That's a good one.
So I have some sketches in that too. That's like a really fun thing I worked on. But that's in the beginning. In the special effects side of stuff, is I got in through the smaller special effects shops and then built my resume there. And then as it grew more, I started teaching. And then when I started giving back to the community, I felt like maybe that was the reason I was lucky enough to get good karma back, because the people I taught, or the people that was in my class, suddenly 10 years later is the head of visual development, right? Cool. So that's how it works.
So it comes back full circle. You actually you give, and then it comes back to you, and they're actually pulling you into whatever big projects they have. That's great. I know you and I spoke. You have, to me, one of the most iconic parts of a resume that nobody else can say. So everybody knows that the guy who plays Magneto and Gandalf the Grey has a shirt that says, "My name is I am Gandalf and I am Magneto. Get over it." But you have the ability to make a shirt. I was the one that thought about dropping the moon on Tony from Thanos. Can you talk about that? I think we have the artwork for that.
Yeah, the artwork is one of the stuff I can't. How do you say this? How do you even talk about? It's hard to talk about because it's such high, it's almost like they call it blue sky, like high high concept idea. So so this is the image I did, and at first I thought maybe it might be too much. But when they came to me and the description was, "Hey Anthony, can you design a battle between Doctor Strange and Thanos that an epic battle we've never seen before, right? It's never seen before." And he would have at least 2 or 3 of the stones, or even 4, and then I kept on thinking, what could be big, what could be huge. So if he would get planets together and like break planets together and then crush it and use that I know that might be too big, because where will they battle? Are they in one place? Are they in the moon? Or they're in the moon. So then I thought, what if he broke the moon into pieces and then threw it down to Doctor Strange, and took Halley's Comet out of its orbit with a portal and then threw that down to Doctor Strange.
Awesome.
So it was getting bigger and bigger. And so I just did the painting, and Ryan really thought, Ryan Miner, the head of visual development, he thought it was really good, but he didn't expect that everyone would think it was an awesome idea. But I wasn't told that it was approved. So when I saw it on the bootleg video on YouTube, I was like, "What? You used my idea!" So I was like, "Wow."
That's amazing.
I could totally picture Anthony just sitting there, like in the movie theater, watching that, and then he sees that scene, and he just leans over to the guy sitting next to him, and he's like, "Hey, did you see that?" And he goes, "Yeah." He goes, "I did that."
I did that. Right? That was
out of here.
And I'm assuming a lot of times you don't know what's going to actually make the cut. And maybe do you see it sometimes for the first time, like fans see your concept come to life?
Man, yes. Sometimes there's a funny story for Avengers. I don't know if it's Endgame. I can't tell the whole story because I don't want rumors to be out there. But I was doing a piece, right? And I was told to do a piece a certain way, but I didn't know that that what I was doing was how do you say this? Like, how do you say this? Tony's the one that died, right?
Yeah.
But I was painting someone else.
Oh my God!
No.
And I was like,
Clearly,
what?
people
He's gonna die?
on the Geek Show.
Let the
They told me
rumors swirl.
Well, when I saw Tony was the one that died, I was shocked. I was like, what? I was painting someone else. They totally did that, and that's the only movie I think that I only saw pages, and they weren't. Some of them weren't real pages, I was told, and some of them were real.
So do you think this is the way, kind of like, to have this double blind thing where Marvel kind of keeps you guys in the dark too, so secrets don't get out?
Well, only for that one. Everything else was like, yeah.
Okay,
well, this
so-
image.
We
So was
got
it
another.
Hawkeye? Was Hawkeye dying? Because I want him dead, but that's just me.
Blink
Well, you
twice
still
if
have
it
the
was
thing
Captain.
to
Blink
watch.
twice if it was Captain America. We got another good question from Nika. Anthony, have you ever had the pleasure of meeting Stan Lee?
Yes, actually, I did.
Wow.
It was an awesome moment. I'm glad I was brave enough to go up to him, but he didn't know who I was. I just, I was with my kids, my family. I just said, "Hey, there's Stan Lee. We should go up to him and I should just talk to him." And I was like in line at first. I thought, you know what? I'm just gonna go in front of the line and tell these people I work for Marvel Studios. Let me use this today, because I'm glad I did, because I think I wouldn't have been able to take a picture with my family that time. So they treated me really well. Once they knew that I worked for, Marvel Studios, he was gonna do this like photo booth thing with people, and they just took me over when he started, and then we just took a picture.
That's
That's
awesome.
awesome, dude.
Did you at least get to talk to him, or it was just a quick photo op and that was it?
We were trying to talk, but he was not. I think he was just really busy or thinking of other stuff. He would look at me and go, "Oh yeah, thank you for," he would say some stuff, and everyone around is busy, right? But then my daughter comes up with her little sketchbook, and then asks him to sign, and he just signs it. So my daughter has a Stan Lee signature.
So you put your daughter up to that, didn't you?
What?
That's
You
cool.
put your daughter up to that, didn't you?
Yeah.
You did the little Q factor.
That little sketchbook has all of Dev's signatures on there,
Wow.
and Stan Lee's, and I probably should ask Kevin Feige and Lou Despacito and Victoria to sign it, because if it
got
weren't
to.
for them and Stan, I wish I had a chance to even meet Jack Kirby. That would have been amazing.
Jack would have been amazing.
Yeah, that would have been. Because for the longest time I thought it was just Stan Lee, and when
We all did, and
Yeah.
it wasn't Jack's fault. And sometimes people blame Stan, but Jack didn't really have a voice like Stan did, and so we all assumed it was just him. But I'm happy that he's getting the credit. I mean, to the point that people are actually finding signatures on Jack's checks that he has written to pay his bills, and they frame them and like, I got Jack Kirby's signature. You know, it's not a bill, but whatever.
I realized when I was younger, I didn't appreciate his art as much as I do now, like how impactful it is and how powerful his poses were, those bold lines. Just then you look at the designs more, and because I've been studying him, because I need it that's what I need anyway, for how I design stuff for the MCU, to just pay homage to him, because I owe so much to him, having a job that I love. And Stan Lee, obviously, of course, those two.
Yeah.
And a bunch of other artists, John Romita Jr., Buscema, yes, like all those guys, all of them. But I think Jack Kirby was the one I didn't quite realize until later in my life.
So we got a question from the chat from Alex Figure Collector. He says, "Hey Anthony, what villain would you like to design that isn't in the MCU and hasn't been confirmed yet?" So it's safe to talk.
Wow,
It's safe to talk about.
One that's safe to talk about.
Galactus.
Very safe. What would be very safe to talk about? Darkseid, because I will probably never go over there.
It's funny.
Over there.
Isn't that a Kirby creation too, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
that is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He'll be
Now,
fun to design.
You also, when we were talking, you said it's not just on Marvel. You worked on Superman Returns. So
Yes,
we have a Warner Brothers film under the record here that he has actually worked on. And you told me we all love this film, and nobody can. I think we all measure every Spider-Man against it. But you worked on this first Spider-Man film one way, correct?
Yeah, with
Can you talk about that?
Sam Raimi's Spider-Man. Fortunate enough, so when I worked on the new Spider-Man, it was like a full circle.
That's awesome.
Wow,
That's pretty
I
cool.
really felt good. Well,
what were you doing? What were you doing on the Sam Raimi one?
So for that one, I was working at ADI, Amalgamated Dynamics Incorporated. It's like a special effects shop. We were doing like the mask and the costume for the Green Goblin. So I was helping design the Green Goblin, mostly in the mask area, and then but I was on the back of the head for like almost 2 weeks because they couldn't figure out what they wanted for the back of the head. I was like getting a little bored already. When am I going to change topics here? The one story I could tell you, when ADI was working on it, they did a really nice Green Goblin mask with
The eyes?
Yeah, with the eyes moving and everything, like the green version of Green Goblin. And
Oh wow!
I was hoping they would just use that because it looked also as amazing as the.
So
Go ahead.
I just saw the trailer to Shang-Chi today. I don't know anything about this character, by the way, but the trailer looked wild, especially that end scene. Did you happen to do any, designs for that? That movie? Yeah.
That was a fun one. I loved working on that. I worked a little bit on the Mandarin.
Nice.
Really,
Nice.
almost.
Was that supposed to be confirmed or no?
You can tell he can't talk right now.
I think that's
Oh
already
man,
Going.
hear me.
titled in the on IMDb. I think that was already mentioned.
Somebody
it
just
was
called.
very
Somebody just called me out and said, "How dare you wear this shirt with this guest?" What's up with that?
It's all owned by the same company. It's all in
What's up with that? I did it for George.
Speaking of, do you get to see any Star Wars stuff? Or you just only like there's Marvel in like one spot and Disney and Star Wars like in a totally different building? You can't see nothing.
I didn't.
You
Okay, you can't answer that. It's okay.
All right.
It's okay. I'm good with that.
See, my shirt is appropriate after
I'm good with that.
The Book of Fett will be out.
All right, follow-up question. Can you sneak me on?
So
I realized everyone can read my body language. It's like,
and I've got somebody that's trying to get a Mark Hamill signature.
Yes.
Like dying to get Mark Hamill's signature.
All right, let's talk about this over here because I got this art up while we're looking at it. It looks like WandaVision.
yes.
Did you? What was the design on this? What did you do for this scene?
So this story it's just a Vision versus
Other Vision.
yeah, I forgot how we were supposed to call it. It's not
It's Vision versus
Vision and
fake
original Vision, or
Right.
Yeah, something like that. I forgot. So this one is I'm supposed to show how the design of Vision looks like. So I was doing the keyframe for the action scene, and I'm also designing Vision. So it's like it was kind of hard a little bit.
Okay.
But if it looks cool, then they'll put it in the film and the TV series. So down there at the bottom, if you zoom into that, you could see Wanda and
Agatha.
Oh
Agatha
yeah,
fighting.
look at that.
yeah. And I was putting the Kirby crackle in there. It's
Yeah.
like that. I wish they were able to do it, but like
That's cool.
budget constraints and time, they were not able to do it. But
Now, do
That's
they
pretty awesome,
do they
when I
leave the
look-
comics? Sorry, go ahead, George.
When I first looked at it, I didn't even notice that. Like I thought that the blast that was happening right here was part of Vision, like moving forward or something. And then he says, "Look down at the bottom." It's like
yeah,
a hidden
zoom
picture
even
within
more,
a picture.
zoom even more. You could see even more
Yeah.
like destruction and stuff. Yeah.
That's
So
crazy.
I was gonna actually, if I had time, I was gonna go zoom in there, and I wanted to paint the faces so you could actually see it.
That's cool.
But I was going to ask you, I think you mentioned it before, that they do leave you comics. Now, I know a lot of comics went into WandaVision. There's a little bit of House of M. There's a
Yeah.
Scarlet Witch and Vision. Obviously, there is a white Vision in the comic book. Was that left there for you guys, knowing full well that he was going to go into a different color scheme, or that was something that you guys suppressed?
Well, I looked through the comic books too, like that family of his that he tried to move into the suburbs and stuff like
yeah,
that.
the Vision comic book. Yeah,
The Vision, yeah, that's and the other stuff. But sometimes they change the story so it could feel like right for the cinematic universe.
Yeah.
I didn't know. No, actually, I already knew. I had to design the White Vision right before the directors were hired and stuff, because we
Gotcha.
prepped beforehand to try to establish like a visual look for this stuff.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So for
and-
WandaVision, was it already prepared before the director got there that you guys were going to go decade through a TV series, or was that mostly the director that came up with that idea, or that was you guys?
I think it's a collaboration of different people, but definitely Mary Lavanos is another, she's the producer for this, or executive producer, and I've known her for a while now when she was still starting out. I mean, see the way she just rose up to the top, and now she's the reason why I think this is really good. So she was able to get the right writers, and I don't actually know. She would be the better person to answer this, because when I was reading all the outlines, and there was 8 or something, I forgot how many, but 2-3 pages of a more condensed version of how things would be. And that's when I was like, wow, this is amazing. This is going to be people. And I'm glad I'm working on it. It's yeah, that was amazing. It's so hard to not say anything.
Oh yeah, I mean, this show
We're
blew
never
it all
gonna
up.
go a thumbs up anyway.
This show blew everything out the water. I mean, at the time, it was the first, MCU Disney Plus series, and till this day, it's Loki is measured against this show. Falcon and Winter Soldier is measured against WandaVision, and everything to come. It was very successful, and just the different ways that you guys integrated stuff and the stories and showed it visually, it was amazing. You guys did an amazing job.
Yeah, they really like to make sure they push the emotion of stuff more than just that's the number one thing. And
And they did. On that show, they absolutely did. I didn't feel it as much on Falcon, but on that show, I absolutely did. Now, did you guys know that she was going to get her her original comic book looking costume back, or was that you guys?
Yeah.
Okay.
We need to do that. Yeah. So this is where I was trying to emulate that a little bit, but Andy Park did the final, like the original design for this, and this is just another keyframe of the same battle. And this is actually premiering here. This is the first time I'm ever showing this image.
That's right. Nobody else has seen it. He hasn't posted
No
it
one
on
has seen it.
Instagram. It's not
It's
on
not
his
even Instagram
website.
yet.
You got it here first.
I got a really good interesting question now. This is just me being me. Anthony, have you ever talked to someone outside of like Marvel that you're just having like a very casual conversation with somebody and you let something slip that you weren't supposed to?
No, never.
Never?
Yeah, never. It's always one, I don't want to ruin the film for you. Right? You never want to, because all of them are always spoiled for me. When I'm there, I'm reading the script. And, no, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. You know? I guess the good thing is I still don't know how it's gonna look like. I know the story, but I don't know how it's gonna look like.
Yeah.
Do you know the whole story, or do you know like part of the story? Like you don't know how the pieces all fit together,
or just the stuff that you're working on.
Yeah, that's just the stuff I'm working on because I have to read the script. You know, so like for Thor Ragnarok, I know it because I had to read the script.
But you still don't know what ending, or sometimes what they may go with, just like with Tony dying, right? Like,
right?
Well, yeah, that one's a special one, I think. But most other movies, we'd know it because we'd have to do the keyframe artwork. So for visual development, aside from doing characters, creatures, we also do keyframes, the moments in the film, and if it's very important, we have to paint it. So we even put the emotion in the character faces just so they could see that beforehand. Because I think what I feel is Marvel Studios Visual Development Department, aside from helping with visuals, and we also help with problem solving. How do you do time travel for this? How do you do magic for Doctor Strange? So we had to develop the magic look and make sure it's very separate from the space look of Thor or Guardians of the Galaxy. And then when you do Thor, it's spacey, but it has to feel comedic a little bit. So we kind of.
So have you ever read a script and you're in the middle of reading the script and you're like, oh no, like why would they do that? Why would they kill that person? And then you're like, man, I wish I could say something, but I can't. It's like I want to say something to the head writer, be like, dude, you shouldn't be killing this guy off.
Oh man, that happened to me my first day.
First day.
Yeah, because I worked in Guardians of the Galaxy. I was like, so he's gonna die? Groot?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know, right?
Like, and I had to do the keyframe for that.
Oh wow!
I just sent you the fire when he was covering everyone. I did the keyframe for that stuff.
Were you crying? Were you crying while you were drawing it? And you're like, I'm Groot.
Somebody was asking, by the way, is your artwork going to be collected like for a special, let's say, the Art of WandaVision book or the Art of such and such project? Is your artwork going to be in those books, or are they planning on anything like that?
There are art of books right now out there for all the movies that's come out. So if anybody in the audience is interested, Amazon would have it. I mean, some are more expensive than others for some reason. I don't know if it's Winter Soldier. Like it's hard to find that. So it's like $100 or something.
So do any of your drawings ever go up for sale or?
Mostly it's all digital, but
But do they sell prints like at any places? Like I don't know. I looked at your website, and by the way, if you guys want to follow Anthony with any of his work, I put all of his social media links in the description as well as his website links, so you guys can go here and check out all the work that he has. But is there any site that like Acme Art, I think is one of these sites that sells like concept art like this, in like a cliche? Yeah, like a cliche or like art print or anything like that. Anywhere?
Art prints, usually for prints, I usually sell them during comic conventions.
Okay.
Like I have an art book. I would sell it at comic conventions and stuff. But
oh, cool.
But not online because We're not
So,
allowed.
so
Well,
when is the next appearance you're going to make at a
That's
at
what
a
I was about to
con?
ask.
Yeah.
Good job, Calvin.
Hey, hard hitting reporter here.
So the next appearance, I don't know yet. It's just so busy with me right now that it's hard to plan.
He's working
with
on
that,
3 movies, guys.
I mean,
Come on,
what
he's
I
working
try
on
to
3
do,
movies.
since I don't get to go to the conventions, I just try to go live on my Instagram or on my YouTube channel. Like on my YouTube channel, I actually broke down the design for Loki, in a little longer, like a 15-minute.
Right, I saw. Yeah, that's what I saw when. So like MegaCon's coming up in Florida. How far are you from Florida?
Man, I would love to do that. Maybe, probably not this year. I think next year I'll be able to do more of the conventions. Maybe I could do it all year long. Just try to go to every convention.
Yeah, man, we would love to meet up with you at one of the cons and get
that'd be
to
cool.
For
hang
sure,
out.
man. For
Yeah.
sure.
I would
Yes.
definitely buy an
George
art print.
Just make sure you let George know, what Star Wars project you're working on.
Wink, wink.
But
I am a Marvel fan also, even though you see Star Wars behind me. I am a Marvel fan too.
Yeah, George is, yeah.
yeah. You see in the news, you search for Kevin Feige.
Yeah.
He said something. You see
Yeah.
that, right?
Yeah.
Just making sure.
What did he say? I missed it. What did he say?
I don't know.
Well, hey, I got a computer
I don't
right
know.
here.
You got the internet. Check your phones.
Oh,
people.
I'm going
Check
right now, man.
All right, so while you guys are doing that, let's go ahead right now and announce the winners of the 30K giveaway. So let's pull up that information right here. There we go. All right, so the winner of the third prize, which was the gift card to Comic Concepts, right, George?
Yes, sir. $50.
The winner of that, again, we don't know anybody's YouTube handles. We're just going off of names. It was Shannon Zedin.
Congrats,
so Shannon
Shannon.
Zedin, congratulations on the gift card from Comic Concepts. Go ahead and reach out to George, and George will get you that information.
We have the email addresses for everybody, so you'll get an email here.
Okay, so George will shoot you an email. George will shoot you an email.
Yep.
The winner of the second prize, which was the Mythosaur skull from Regal Robot, that winner is Jesse McGorry.
Congrats, Jesse.
Congrats to Jesse. Jesse, again, you'll get an email from George, and you'll go from there. And now, the winner of the quarter scale Hot Toys Boba Fett figure is, drumroll please, not Calvin, no. And the winner is Chad McCary. Chad McCary, congratulations.
Congratulations,
you are
man.
Wow.
the winner of the quarter scale Hot Toy Boba Fett figure. You will be receiving an email from the Medina Lorian himself congratulating you and the rest on our behalf of MCE. So thank you, everybody who participated, who got extra entries by doing what they were supposed to be doing, and all that other good stuff. So thank you, guys. And now I think, with that being said, we're going to roll right into the 35,000 subscriber
Giveaway.
announcement.
Oh, wow.
So for the I like Arch. Arch is saying, "Oh yeah, these are all Seth's fake accounts." So for the 35,000 subscriber giveaway, we're only giving away 2 items this time. So one item is actually out of my personal collection, and it is a Hot Toys Iron Man 6-scale bust.
Oh,
set.
wow. Nice.
If you guys can see.
Since we got him here, Anthony, did you design any of the?
Did you design
any of these?
Yeah.
Did you have any art in this?
I didn't get to design any Iron Man.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say we'll get Anthony to sign it.
Yeah.
So this is going to be for the second prize. So all these light up. They have some accessories with them. There's actually an exclusive one right here. So this is really cool. Again, I've never opened this. I've never even taken it out of the box. So, and I also have the shipper and everything that comes with it. So
That's
this
a nice
is
little
for
set.
yeah. So this is for the second place winner of when we hit the 35,000, and the grand prize of the 35,000 is actually provided to us by our great, good, dearest friends over at Bits and Buttons. You guys ready for this one? Bits and Buttons has graciously decided to give us a $300 gift card to give away to the winner of the grand prize. So
Wow, that's
you guys
nice.
will get a $300 gift card to Bits and Buttons. On top of that, they do ship. So you can actually, if you follow them on Instagram, you'll see they're always posting when they get new stuff. Be sure to check them out. Even if you're looking for something that you can't find in the stores, they might have it, and they do ship. So guys, you're gonna get a $300 gift card from them, which is awesome. So yeah, I mean that's what we're doing for 35, and then me and George are actually even working ahead of that now, and we're actually trying to get stuff for 40,000 as well. So we want to keep going with these giveaways. We want to keep giving back to the people who support us and show us love and all that other good stuff. So we got 2 epic pieces to give away for the 35,000, which the road for that has started now. So guys, tell your friends, tell your grandmother. Make fake accounts, do whatever you want.
We're not giving any art away.
accounts.
We're not giving any art away from Anthony. Oh, never mind. That was
No,
sorry.
we're
That
gonna
was
get
One of these days.
that was
One of
me.
these days.
that
We'll do
was
like a little
yeah.
baby Groot sketch. I could sketch it right in front of everyone.
Oh,
You know what you
Oh,
need to
that
do?
would be awesome.
That
You need
would
to
be
do-
awesome.
You need to do a little baby Groot versus baby Grogu sketch for George. Baby Groot. Who's cuter? Out of those two.
I think what Anthony would need to do is make George baby Grogu and make me baby Groot and have us fighting. That would be awesome.
Oh my God.
That would be hysterical.
That would be epic.
Oh,
So,
man.
and in the words of George, epic purchase.
King Benny's asking how much for your daughter's sketchbook.
I'll ask her. Oh, I had someone ask me before if can you take me instead of your daughter to the premiere night?
Yeah.
I was like, oh no, I can't. Oh man, I have 2 kids, so they would they would interchange with who comes whenever the premiere comes.
Oh, nice.
That's
George,
got to be a fight, man.
You
I
know-
gotta imagine that could be a fight. My kids fight over everything, even if they got the identical thing, they fight over it.
I want that one.
you know what might be a good idea, George? Maybe we can finally enact some of those things that we talk about behind the scenes. Maybe we can actually get Anthony. We can maybe commission Anthony to actually draw a sketch of us. And we can put that on some shirts and some stuff that we've talked about.
There you go.
I would just like it to put on my banner or on our banner for the channel.
Yeah.
That would be cool. I don't
Yeah.
want to make a shirt of it. I think it would be
Or
kind of dope, though.
maybe when we get offline, maybe we could talk to Anthony.
Yeah,
Anthony,
talk more about it.
He's looking at. He's like,
Yeah,
Anthony's going. Can
Anthony,
we afford
When I
it?
have a
Apologize for that.
open up my schedule,
He's
but
like,
Yes.
send me those pictures already, so at least I could study your faces.
oh my God. What an amazing show, man. This is pretty awesome, man. I'm geeking out totally.
I'm telling you, man.
You
I
guys
was
have any
geeking
more
out with them.
questions? I mean, if you
Can we get into Black Panther 2? No.
Well,
Does Killmonger
all I
come
can
back?
tell you is I have a major character I designed for that.
Oh, okay. So we got a major character. Okay. For
the one
Black
that you're
Panther.
looking at right now that you turn your camera around from, right?
Over here.
He's looking at him right now. We can
Right
see him.
there.
Killmonger.
Yeah,
Killmonger.
I think we could tell fans this, like, before he came on, man, he had to like rearrange his room so he doesn't give anything away.
Yeah, my references and all my other stuff. You never know, right? Because the fans sometimes they'd see something, they'd zoom in, and then
Yeah.
Oh, trust me, it'll probably be examined. Your whole little setup there will be examined for every little Easter egg and clue.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, what's that headmaster thing doing behind him? How's that fit into the
And
MCU?
what is that? Is that? I think I see Mephisto's head right there.
Is that Mephisto's hands on his shirt?
On his shirt. I was about to say that.
Yeah, is that what that is on your shirt?
For all the this one, it's
what is that on your
shirt? My favorite Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Hey, look at that.
Yeah. No, it's not John Romita.
Is it John Romita?
I think it's Joe Kubert.
Quesada. Joe Quesada?
No, not Joe Quesada. I think it is John Romita. I don't remember. I should know these things.
Yeah.
It's a really old shirt, but I was gonna say this guy is a Filipino folklore for all the Filipinos out there that's seen it. The Tikbalang. So that's something I'm developing on my own for my own show.
That was one of the questions that I wanted to ask you about. Like, let's get away from the licensed stuff with Marvel and all of that. What are you working on for like that you are, excited about that has nothing to do with MCU and that type of stuff?
Thank you so much for. I totally forgot to say that I'm doing a collaboration with. I don't know if you guys know who Nas Daily is. Nas Daily. He does these 1-minute, really inspirational videos about people's and their accomplishments and stuff. So I'm doing like a little design class with him, like a little mini master course on how to design creatures.
Oh, that's cool.
That's cool.
And this is going to be on the internet? I mean, is there
yes,
a link or information that we can put out?
Nas Academy something. I forgot what the... Yeah, I think it's called Nas Academy, and then I'm going to be a teacher within that.
So one more question for me. So, because when you went to the monster route, that's kind of like the things that I love the most is monsters and stuff. So I'm assuming you're a monster guy. You're like a...
Oh man, that's how I started. I just started designing creatures first. As a creature designer first, I was working on horror films. Like I worked on Passion of the Christ.
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, Under the Bridge, the little demon that comes out. That's the thing I designed. That one and just like some other horror films that never came out. That kind of stuff. B movies. What else? But what's your favorite horror film you guys?
I'm a big classic Universal monster guy. Like Bela Lugosi and Lon Chaney and all those guys from back then. Like,
Kevin grew up there in that time.
Oh my God! And then of course some of the other classics like Werewolf in London.
So like one of my favorites is Minotaur. So in my art book, this is my art book.
Yeah.
Nice.
So this art book, I'll have it available for people if they want. It's on my Gumroad, but I think it's a link in my Instagram, but this is something I forgot to say to tell people about. So here you can see like different artwork from like I worked on Seven Sons, so I had designed the dragon.
Oh, I remember that movie.
Yeah, so that book is on your site, huh?
It's on my. Actually, it is not sold online right now. I haven't. Usually at comic conventions I would do, but it will be available on my Gumroad. You'll play it on my Gumroad. So if anybody is interested, they can see it there. I still have to put it up. I'm so bad with this kind of stuff because everything's always so busy. It's so hard to put stuff up for people to, whoever wants to buy stuff,
Well, Anthony, I have a quick question because, Calvin talked a little bit about, doing monsters and other things.
Yes.
And I know you have a passion for Marvel and so forth. Marvel obviously is not the only comic company out there, and there's also an independent scene out there where you can create your own, and you can go and Robert Kirkman did that, and he created this small little thing called The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
That everybody did. And then he created, something called Invincible, which is now everywhere, and everybody loves it. Do you have any type of storyline structure or things that you're thinking about maybe trying to incorporate into the comic book medium into the future?
Yeah, there is some stuff I'm trying to figure out what to do, but I've been pitching this show on Filipino folklore, and a couple more ideas that I've pitched to different places. Like I can't say where, but it was passed on.
Okay.
But now since Trece, have you heard of Trece, the one on Netflix right now? It's like about Filipino folklore anime. It's doing really well, so maybe I could repitch it again.
Nice.
My Filipino folklore story, and maybe they would like it this time around. Take a chance on it since it's kind of successful.
Yeah.
Yeah. So stuff like that, and short films. I'm prepping to, before the COVID happened, I had this short film I'm working with a friend of mine because eventually I want to learn to produce and direct my films. So maybe someday I could produce a Marvel thing or direct a Marvel film.
The way
You'll
that
be
I was
the
going to
director.
ask you that, because the way you're talking about your own artwork and just how big of a picture you saw, from reading the script from beginning to end, I'm like, it sounds like you want to get behind the camera.
I do. I'm talking to people and making, trying to find out opportunities. So we'll see. We'll see what happens, and if anything happens, I'll tell you guys.
Yeah, please do. We're really excited just to have you on and for you to share your experience with us, with just creating, an entire universe with others that we all know and love. I mean, you've freaking shaped the world for many of us. I no kid. I mean, I got my nephew right now who just loves Marvel, and he's just a little boy, and I'm a grown man. I'm almost going to be a grandfather in a few years, and it's like we can relate. We got something. That's because of what you guys, and even like you said, I personally, if I was you, I'd make a shirt for your son that says, "I was the inspiration for Baby Groot." And
I am Baby Groot.
I am Baby Groot.
That's what your
Groot.
son's shirt should say.
That's what your son's shirt should say.
And you should walk. I am Groot, not we are Groot. But that's awesome, dude. And
cool.
you've really, from Black Panther to Shang-Chi. I think you even told me earlier that you worked a little bit on the Eternals.
Yes, I was on that project too in the beginning of it. So that was fun. And when I found out Chloe was going to be directed, she's also really nice. We got to talk to her a little bit in the hallways and stuff, and I can't wait. And I think she won something recently for Nomad or something like that. And Marvel just knows how to choose the right storytellers that have a lot of character development and and emotion in their storytelling. And then while they're working on Marvel projects, they win Academy Awards later on.
That's the shirt right there. That's the shirt you need to make.
I made Groot.
That's cool.
That's awesome.
That is cool.
Yeah, I try to. I do more interviews now because I want people to know more about what I've done. Because when you're quiet, the story really changes, the narrative changes, and next thing you know, people don't know about it. So thank you guys for really having me here.
No, we appreciate you
man.
coming on. It was great getting to talk to you and everything like that. And we hope to have you on. You're more than welcome to come back anytime you want to come on. especially if you can't spill the beans about what you're working on. But just to come on and chat and hang out, you're more than always welcome to come back, Anthony. It was a pleasure.
It was a pleasure.
So.
Absolute pleasure.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah, had a great time.
Thank you so much. So do you guys all collect comic books, or is everyone like Marvel, DC? What's your?
I'm more of a Marvel. Yeah, I'm more of a Marvel guy, but I don't really dabble so much in the comic books. I just like to collect the figures.
I'm a comic book whore. That's
big comic book, and I collect a lot of different things like you see around me.
Galactus.
Yeah.
Galactus.
Did you work on Galactus?
Hey, are you going to answer that?
Wait. No.
Oh, okay.
No, you're not going to answer. Or no, you didn't work on it.
Yeah, exactly.
People.
I should say, who's Galactus? I don't know.
Anthony. People are wanting to know if you could draw me in Hulkbuster form carrying Pepper Potts.
Yes.
That's funny.
I'm pretty sure you can.
Hilarious.
I should get my whiteboard here and then just draw right now. Yeah.
That's cool. Well, we appreciate you coming on the show.
Yeah, Anthony, it was a pleasure having you on. And guys, for those who don't know, obviously you guys can find me on Instagram, but I'm going to be hosting Anthony pretty soon, probably not next week. It's my daughter's wedding, but we're going to continue the conversation. So if you want to, make sure you follow Anthony on his social networks that George has posted for you guys. And we're going to get together again and jam out.
Absolutely, that'd be cool.
We got anything? Anybody got anything going on that they want to talk about before we split?
Yeah.
Well, I don't have anything coming out this weekend.
No.
Well, 'cause I missed out on my freaking statue. I can't believe I did that. I can't. A half hour. That's all I needed to get
Wow.
a half hour and have here.
Unbelievable.
You got anything you're working on, Calvin, or no?
I got nothing until 2023 or whenever Kong versus Godzilla comes out. I'm done.
No, man. I mean, when are you going to be coming out with the review on Deja Thor's?
I gotta soon.
I need that, dude. It's because I don't know if you saw mine, but mine lacked substance. I didn't have the story behind that. I know who she is, you know, and I was Googling over the body, but that's about all I could do with that statue.
Yeah, rich story behind Deja.
I know. Yeah. That's why you got to do it, man.
Yeah, and I'm actually reading the comic though. I mean, the from Dynamite, Ladies of Dynamite. She's one of them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We got the wisest of wizards. Craig is in the chat. Craig is actually dropping a statue review tomorrow, so you guys should definitely check that out. That intro is going to be.
It's hilarious.
You guys are gonna love that. So make
one of the
sure
benefits of being part of the crew, you get early screening.
Get early access. Get early access. Everybody critiques. Yeah. Everybody critiques your stuff.
This is how Anthony feels, man. This is how it looks. It's right.
Oh man, the one thing I wish we had like a hot toy was the Dora Milaje. I don't know where's the.
They need that.
Yeah,
they should make that.
They didn't do that. They only did Black Panther, Killmonger, T'Chaka, and Shuri. That's it.
But I thought I saw it in one of the trailers of something. They actually had the prototype.
Hot Toys does that a lot.
Yeah,
man, I was like,
that is a. I would love to have a beautiful statue of them, but they haven't done it. They've done 1/10 scale, I think it was. But
I seen that one where they were all in the national pose more.
Yeah.
We thought we have this, so we won't make a hot toy. Do any of you guys have, or is it out yet? I don't know if it's out yet. The Captain America one with this scale.
The Endgame. Yeah, I got
did that come out already?
He's right. Well, for some of us like myself that are very impatient, I buy it direct from Hong Kong.
So I think you're asking because that's one of yours, right?
No, it's not. It's Ryan Meyerding.
Oh, I was gonna say, dude, if you did Captain America, like I'd be so smitten right now because I'd be like, I got a piece of this guy's work.
I just like it. Sometimes we're fans of each other's work within the department, and some of them say, we're like fans, but we also get intimidated at the same time with each other. Everyone's so good, It's like, wow.
Yeah.
But Seth, you do have a piece of this guy's work. You have the
I have
Gladiator
Loki,
Hulk,
and I have
you have the Loki.
Yeah.
There you go, man.
There you go. I am supporting you, Anthony, in one way or another. I am supporting you.
If he comes to MegaCon, you bring that Loki.
If he goes to absolutely, I'll bring the base and I'll have him sign the base.
Yeah, and Baby Groot and all of them.
Bring your Baby Groot, like this one, right? This one.
There you go.
So Anthony, are you on the East Coast or West Coast?
I'm on the West Coast in Los Angeles.
Nice.
Yeah. Are you guys all in?
Yeah, we're on the East Coast.
We're on the East Coast.
Far away from all of that entertainment.
Yeah, exactly.
We create our own out here.
But yeah. But other than that, guys, I think I don't know yet. I'm on the fence tomorrow night if I'm going to do something out. I was thinking about doing a Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure live stream tomorrow night. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see if I got time for that. But other than that, huh?
I'm pretty sure they're going to announce that Abomination figure soon.
Oh,
from the Shang-Chi one.
Have you seen that Shang-Chi trailer, Seth?
Yeah, I did.
That was pretty wild, man.
That's the Abomination. So I'm just saying.
But this is probably a good conversation for another time. But I do not like it when they release the products before the movie comes out.
Oh, I agree with that.
True.
That's funny you say that. Yeah, sometimes you're worried about, are people going to see this stuff? And I remember the Build-A-Figure Black Panther.
Yeah.
With that one, and then Okoye is there as the Build-A-Figure thing.
Yeah.
Actually, my kids did a unboxing for that one. It's really funny. You guys should watch it if you have time. But that design for that one was based closer to my design.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, good thing I have all those Black Panther figures then sitting in my storage.
Yeah.
So I got more of Anthony's work. There we go. I should just bring a Koei next time and get him to sign it.
Yeah,
there you go.
So, All right, guys. Well, that's going to wrap up another episode of the Geek Show. Thank everybody for joining us. Again, we left all the links in the description below for Anthony, Ralph with No More Mutants, and the Statue Fanatic, Calvin. And, of course, you guys can always find me and George right here at MCE. And until next time, guys, keep it marvelous.
Keep it marvelous.
You true believe.